The cause of most back problems is poor posture, loss of flexibility, stressful living or working habits, and above all, a general decline in physical fitness. Surprised? You shouldn't be. When you let yourself go, and most of us do with age, the first thing to go can be back strength. Along with correct lifting techniques, we should also work on our overall physical condition, especially in the construction industry, where we are constantly bending and lifting products. Today, we will be looking at the many ways to avoid and prevent a back injury. 3 important ways you can avoid a back injury are nutrition. Try to eat the right types of food and not too much of it. Exercise. A form of exercise as simple as walking 30 minutes a day can raise your heart rate and burn enough calories to keep you lean. Flexibility is also important. This is why many construction companies are using the stretch and flex practices before work shifts. And finally, movement. Staying in a fixed position for too long can lead to muscle spasms. We feel it as stiffness, but by the time muscle discomfort or tightness are experienced, low-level tissue damage has begun. Try to move for a few minutes every hour. Poor body mechanics and bad lifting habits usually trigger a back injury and are more likely to do so if overall physical condition is poor. Remember these techniques to help escape injury. Avoid using fast, jerking motions when lifting. Avoid bending and twisting at the same time. Avoid handling a load too far away. Keep the load close to your body. Teamwork. If the load is too heavy, 2 persons should carry the load. Back strains can often be avoided by reducing the size or weight of materials handled by employees and using proper lifting techniques. Mechanical aids, such as hoists, conveyors, or forklifts, can really help relieve overexertion and minimize back injuries. Some tips for prevention are: get as close to the load as possible. The further the load is from the center line of your body, the greater the strain on your back. Avoid picking up heavy objects placed below your knees. Keep your back straight. This means don't bend at the waist when reaching to lift an object. Glue your hand to your thigh. This will help you maintain correct back alignment rather than lifting and tilting to one side. Tighten your stomach muscles. Do not twist and turn while lifting. Stay in good physical condition. A lot of muscles support each other to do the heavy lifting, so a good physical condition goes a long way. And lastly, stretch and loosen up before work. The same theories used to prevent a back injury while shoveling dirt apply to snow, but because snow is light, we do not always use them. Scoop in a forward motion. Move your feet as close as possible and lift and toss without twisting. For those who have a snowblower, the job is easier, but not without hazard. First, make sure there are no obstacles in the way. Always aim the discharge chute away from the property and people. Never allow small children in or around the area. And never try to clear a jam in the machine while it is running. Take the time to turn it off before you work on it. Many suppliers now offer an ergonomic snow shovel. They are a good idea and they work. The principle is to offset the handle so you do not have to bend over to use it. Attaching a handle to the shovel where your lower hand grips the shovel will accomplish the same purpose. The idea is to remain as erect as possible. Another thing to consider is stretching. Many of us start the day having to shovel to get to work. Taking the time to stretch those muscles a little bit will help prevent a sore back. The next thing to consider is fatigue. Take a break every so often and relax. This will allow your body time to recuperate from exertion and may prevent a serious injury. Last but not least, you may want to consider a back support, but proper lifting techniques are still required when using any back support. Working in a cold climate has additional hazards that may not be so obvious. Dehydration is a serious consideration. Breathing cold, dry air robs moisture from your body every time you take a breath. If you become dehydrated, you are more susceptible to frostbite and hypothermia. Avoid working up a sweat. Damp or moist clothing will increase your body's heat loss rate and again make you more susceptible to cold weather injury. If you are starting to sweat, take a break. We hope you have enjoyed learning more about how to prevent and avoid back injuries. We thank you for taking the time to watch this video and hope you will join us again for future Video Toolbox Talks. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Please let us know if you have any questions or comments. Thank you very much and have a safe day.